Hello and welcome back to my channel. You have reached the Gypsy Soul, and my name is Coach Sunshine. And listen, I am just so elated and over the moon that you guys are here with me for this series. If you missed series one, the first part of this series, go back and watch the video. The name of that video is actually Your Name Carries Power, Aligning Ori, Ancestry, and Spiritual Authority. So go back and watch that one. That one's a good one. Today's video is going to be even better because we're going to get a little bit more into what is Ori, as you can see in the title, right? So we want to, at first I just like to say thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you to my old subscribers that's been rocking with me since the beginning. Okay. Y'all know I'm a teacher. And all that extra stuff I don't do often, but I do let my personality show. And please forgive me if my phone keeps going off. I don't know why. I thought I have it on Do Not Disturb, but apparently not. Let's try that again. Now it is on Do Not Disturb. Anyway, so listen, this is reality. This is life. I am not going to sugarcoat it. I won't be going back and addressing my channels, taking stuff out and bleeping stuff. It is what it is. Y'all going to get all of me how I give it. That's just who I am. This is a real reality. This is real teaching. This is things that happen. Life happens, right? So let's get started. I want to begin by saying this clearly. If you feel mentally tired, spiritually foggy, or emotionally overextended, you are not failing. Let me say it again. If you feel mentally tired, spiritually foggy, or emotionally overextended, you are not failing. Okay? We get the point, right? You're not failing. There is a reason, and it has less to do with effort and more to do with alignment. Remember, we're speaking on alignment. That's what this has mostly to do with. Alignment. There is always a reason for everything. And you got to look beyond the physical sometimes and see what you are aligned with. Are you properly aligned? Is this for your good? Is this on your purpose, on your path? That's what you're looking for. Okay? Make sense? Or no? Put it in the chat. Let's conversate. So let's go back and forth in the comments and talk about this. Are you aligned with what you're supposed to be doing? The difference between fatigue and Ori exhaustion. In the last video, we talked about what Ori is and is not. Go back and watch that video. Physical tiredness. Your body is like, man, we done worked out, went to work, walked 3 miles. We done babysit little Tommy. We done went down the street and we are in all of this. We done went down the street to help Becky and Sarah. And all of this, we had about 3 hours of sleep or 4 hours of sleep or maybe even 5. But we're exhausted. We're physically tired. Physical tiredness, right? Emotional fatigue. Them kids. they just constantly complaining, and your husband is constantly complaining, or your partner is constantly complaining, and you're just emotionally drained. Your emotional fatigue is on 1,000 right now because you're worn out emotionally, right? So that we're clear, the physical tiredness is rip to dip to dip to do. You're ripping and running. You're exercising. You're taking care of this one. You're taking care of that one, and the emotional fatigue is I am just worn out. I am tired. I am overdone. This is a lot. That is the emotional fatigue. You know, the kids are whining and complaining. The partner is whining and complaining. Everybody is saying or doing something, and you're just like, I can't. I am done. But what is or exhaustion? It feels like or exhaustion is something a little bit different. If I could explain it, it's like you're stuck physically, not physically, but and not spiritually, I guess. Your spirit is stuck, and you're just. I'm in a spiritual fog. I am like, oh, I just need to get there. I need my spiritual path. Whatever that spiritual path looks like for you, you need to be on it, right? You need to be, you need to find your guide, your ancestral connections, whatever it is, whomever it may be, to help you with your exhaustion. That's where you need to be. And we're going to get a little bit into, a little deeper into it. Not much, but I will explain as we go. A exhaustion feels like uh, decision paralysis. Ooh, my tongue was just tongue tied. Decision paralysis. So your decisions, you're stuck. Am I supposed to do this? What do I do? Do I do that? Oh, ooh, Or exhaustion, once again, feels like decision paralysis. Irritability without cause. And I know we've all seen that. Needing silence, but not knowing why. You know how you come in a house and your house is normally loud and you're okay with that. But today or this week or this month or this year, you just feel like I just need peace of mind. And that quiet, I need to be in a quiet. Just give me a moment. Let me just have a moment by myself. You know how you feel that way? Yeah. That is that needing silence but not knowing why. You just know you want quiet. Wanting to withdraw without explanation. And I'm sure we, as women, we've all been there too. You know, this is, as there is nothing new under the sun. We all have suffered it. It is about knowing how to handle it and giving it a proper name. Giving what you're going through a proper name. So when you're wanting to withdraw without explanation, listen, I just want to lay down. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon and you just want to go to sleep. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't understand why y'all not comprehending. I just want to lay down. I just want to go away. Or I just want to be here, be there, do this, do that. With no explanation to why you want to do it by yourself, without the family, without the cousins and the sisters and your extended family that you'd have made your family. You just want to withdraw from everybody with no explanation. I don't want to talk about it. You can't make me. That's what I'm talking about, right? How women overextend the ovary. Let's talk about that. Over explaining what I just did. Yeah. I over explained what the wanting to withdraw without explanation. I over explained that. That's what I mean by over explaining. When we tend to over explain something, it's like because our read is off, we don't have the confidence to know that what we're explaining is understood. So we over explain what we shouldn't have to. Staying mentally open. So when you are constantly mentally open to everything and everyone around you, it will also cause for overextending the ovary. Something to think about, y'all. Carrying emotional residue. Now that's something to think about. Carrying emotional residue. You hear people say, the song about Bag Lady. You gonna break your back, carrying all those bags like that. I guess nobody's ever told you all that you hold on to. It will cause you to suffer with carrying the residue of your emotions. When you let it go is when you move forward. Teaching without closure. Teaching without closure, meaning I'm going to teach you this, but I'm not going to carry it over and close it and wrap it in a pretty bow for you. I'm just going to teach you, and this is it. And I hope that some of this or all of this is resonating with someone or all of one. And I'm sure it is, because you wouldn't be listening. You wouldn't be here if this didn't resonate with you. So you think about that. You found this when you needed this because you needed to hear this. And I'm going to give you closure. Many wise women were praised for endurance. Let's think that through. Many wise women were praised for endurance. So you endure something. You're able to endure it. You're able to get through it. Oh yeah, she's great because she got through the pain. She made it through the sorrow. She made it through this. She got through that. She did this and she did that to make it through. And we praise them for it. Oh, girl, you was smart. You was wise because you knew how to get through it. You knew how to do it, to endure the pain that came along with being a widow. You endured the pain that came along with the divorce. You endured the pain that came along with loss of yourself, your identity. All of these things you accomplished, and girl, I am so proud of you. Yeah, because that's what we do. We praise those people who endured through the pain. through the sorrow. But that's not what we should be doing, because endurance is not alignment. To endure something does not mean that you are aligned with who you are and who you're supposed to be. Enduring just means exactly that. You withered through the storm. That's what that is. That's what that means. It does not mean that you are aligned, because you made it through does not mean that you're aligned with what you're supposed to be doing and who you're supposed to be. So let's make sure that we are clear and understand that we have to align with it. Everything that we do needs to be aligned. I keep doing this in our videos because I want you to understand align. If you are aligned, this is what it looks like, right? All of your chakras are aligned. They are straight aligned with one another. If that makes sense. Okay? I just want to make sure that we're good with that. And I really hope we are, because I don't want to over explain something to you. But we need to understand that. Okay? Now, why? Light. Yes. Thank you. So, and I'm sorry, I've been sitting in the dark because this has been, even though I write this stuff out, I still, I'm going through the journey with you all as I teach you all, because I think that's the best way to teach, is that we go through it together, that we do the courses together, we do the conversations together. I have my emotional moments. Now, if I'm too emotional that day, I'm not going to do a video. I'm not going to send you a video, because that takes you out of alignment. Not just me, but you. So I want to keep the video in alignment and you in alignment, and as well as myself. Okay? So yeah, I'm not going to do that to you. Why rest doesn't fix the alignment? Why going to bed at night won't fix the alignment? Sleep rests the body. Let me say that again. Sleep rests the body. Alignment rests the ori. So if sleep rests the body, alignment rests the ori. We about to get deep. And I want to explain to you why naps don't help. Why vacations don't always restore. And why silence sometimes agitates at first. So, let's start with the first one. Why naps don't help. I told you earlier, sleeping does not align your ori. It doesn't align. Just because you went to bed don't mean that you're aligned. It just means you gave your physical body some rest. That's all that means. You gave your physical body rest. So naps ain't helping you, sis. Going to go take a nap is not going to change the outcome. You're not going to get past the exhaustion you feel in your ori, which causes you to over explain. You know, if you're withdrawn or your decision making is off, you're stuck, you can't make a decision the way you used to. Because, once again, going to sleep don't change it. Going to sleep does not change how you feel. That nap ain't gonna do it, baby. Why vacations don't always restore? Because, once again, remember, when you're out of alignment and your ori is not aligned, you want to withdraw. So sometimes vacations become a withdrawal instead of a restoration of your ori. I tend to like to do spiritual retreats so that I can be realigned. Just going on a vacation is a physical thing, and it's physical for my family and myself, right? But for my spiritual needs and my alignment with my ori, I prefer to do spiritual retreats. It's not for everybody. Or Christians, you have your events that you guys go on and do. So it's all the same, right? So that's why vacations does not always restore you. Now, why silence sometimes agitates at first? So you say, I just need quiet. Just give me a moment. Because your ori is like all over the place. It can't make a decision. It's exhausted. It's trying to get where you need to be, get you where you need to be, get itself where it needs to be, but everybody is like, ah. So when the silence do come and it agitates you, it's because there's no peace in the ori. There's no alignment in your ori. Not at all. No alignment. There is no alignment. And when it's like, have you ever seen your kid when you go in their room and they're all over their bed? Like one leg is over there, one arm is over here, the other arm over there, the other leg is up over on the wall, hold up by the wall. That's how your chakras are feeling when your ori is off, because nothing's in alignment. You're not aligned. You're not following your path. And that's what happens. So I'm going to give you some daily we're going to talk about daily ori care. Rhythm, closure, say enough. Saying enough. Your rhyme or reasons for everything. Face it. Align with it. Give yourself closure. When you're emotionally drained, give yourself closures. It is okay to say enough is enough and I'm done. To whomever, whatever, however, whenever. Because it's all about you aligning with yourself and being okay. Right? We want to it's a lot. And my little 30 minutes is not enough, but I want to give you some places to start. So in my previous video, I gave you a prayer, a little prayer. It goes, Ori enu me, guide me today. Let my thoughts be clear. Let my words be truthful. Let my actions stay aligned with what is right for me. Let's say that again. Ori enu me, guide me today. Let my thoughts be clear. Let my words be truthful. Let my actions stay aligned with what is right for me. That is a prayer that you can use to help you through getting aligned, getting your Ori lined back in order, because like I said, we fall out of alignment. We're human, is what we do. So with that, we want to make sure that we're saying some type of prayer to keep ourselves in line. When you do the prayer, say it softly and resonate with it. Listen to the words that are coming out your mouth. Say your prayer. Now, who needs this most? And it's funny to me because the people who need it most are if you teach, hold space, counsel, parents, or lead. Your Ori must be protected. If you are one of these 5 people, your Ori has to be protected. People take your space. They take your energy. They will snatch it. Listen to me. Find time to protect your Ori by saying that prayer. Once again, if you teach, hold space, counsel, parent, or lead, your Ori must be protected. You need to protect your Ori at all costs. Not hardened, protected. Not hardened, but protected. Don't build up walls. Don't build up walls or put this layer of brick and concrete and all these things because you're trying to protect your Ori. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is protect it by taking the moments to honor your Ori. Say your daily prayer to your Ori. And give it, feed it, acknowledge what you're going through, acknowledge who you are, acknowledge what you are, so that your brain can be like, oh, we're at peace. When you're at peace and your brain feels protected, your Ori feels protected. I didn't mean brain. I mean Ori. When your head is protected, I have to use the word head instead of brain. I apologize. When your Ori is protected, your decision makings are clear. They are on point, right? Because decision making is important. Now, you don't need to become more disciplined because you don't. You could say that prayer, it's not a You don't have to be every day, all day, in and out, saying that prayer, or every 5 minutes, or every 20 minutes, or every 5 hours. None of that. Your Ori know who you are because they made that choice before you came here to earth. Before you was a twinkling in your daddy's eye. Before you was a twinkle in your daddy's eye, your Ori had already decided who you were. You need to become more aligned, is what I'm saying. Become more aligned. In the next video, we'll talk about what happens when the name no longer fits and why that often follows loss. See, we're going to go back and forth because we need it to be aligned. We need you to align with your name. And if your name is not fitting, is no longer aligning, and if you're no longer aligning with your name, you're no longer aligning with your Ori. So we will talk about what happens when a name no longer fits and why that happens, why that often follows loss. We'll talk a little bit more about that. So remember, move gently, protect your head, and keep your spirit intact. Thank you again. Please like, subscribe, and comment to my channel. I do appreciate you guys so very much, and I'm so elated and so over the moon that you are here with me, sharing in this moment of healing and alignment with our mind, body, and soul. Thank you so very much. Once again, I am so elated that you guys came out. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you.